All right, using a different camera, so it might turn out a little odd. The other one died. Didn't die, but it's I don't know. The battery's dead, I think. Anyways, I can't talk. I'm getting over a cold. So it's been a slow week. It's actually going to be a really short series from this week because I was sick most of the week. I still am. Got a little sick, but I'm feeling better. I'm down here working. Watching Race of Kings. That tells you it's Saturday here. Currently, looks like Paul Wolf's broken. Campbell's ripping through the desert. I got him going down here on the iPad. Upstairs in the office, I have all the feeds, but I came down here to try to get some stuff done on the JK. So, I'm not going to show you the name on these bushings because I'm not trying to bash the guy that makes them. They're really an affordable price. Although I might be trying to bash them until I get done putting them in, so we'll see. So they're going to go in here and replace the rubber insides to these, which is not a big deal. That part looks like it'll be fine. What I don't like already is if you look here, he didn't cut his collar bolts to the right width. So I'm going to have to push them back out, which is not a huge deal, and use my bandsaw and trim them, which just sucks. Like, I have the tools to do it, but not everybody does. If somebody's buying this, or you're taking it to a shop, you're going to pay a hell of a lot of money just to have them fix that issue. And not to sound ignorant, but a lot of mechanics, I don't know if they'd figure that out. I've had some weird stuff make its way to me through my life that you would have thought when you're paying somebody to work on your vehicle, they would have fixed it. But anyways, that is what it is. We'll mark these, press them out, cut them. They're both like that too. So we'll see how they install. Like I said, I'm not trying to bash the guy. They were a good price. So, I don't know. Maybe that's what you get what you pay for. I kind of think the guy's making them in his house or something. This one's the same way. And I was checking on my control arm pieces, and they're the same way. So it's not like that's supposed to be wider. I don't know why it would be anyways. You want the bushing to be in contact with this. This is just to keep it from collapsing the clevis mounts you're putting it on. So we'll mark them and cut them. That's not a huge deal. I think first I'm going to wheel this thing up here. I'm going to move my welding table out of the way for now. Wheel it up here, and I'll light them on fire and try to burn them out. I was going to try to press them out, and this one doesn't look like even remotely an issue to press out. But this one, I'm not sure how I would press this out. I'd have to get a cup to fit over this. And they're just, with the truss in there, there isn't a whole, I don't know if you can see down in there. There's just not any meat there. I can't get a cup around that. So if you didn't have the truss, or if I just had the truss and I didn't put that top bar on, I think I'd be fine. So I kind of screwed myself on that. So anyways, I think what I'm going to do is just burn them out in the car and see how that turns out. So then the other thing is this has sleeves in here. If those end up being the same size, I may just clean them up and reuse them. So that's where we're at. Get this stuff moved here. We'll go at it. All right. I guess I should put the camera on me. I'm going to start burning these out. I just use this torch here. And pretty much just light them on fire. They'll come out. It's going to mess up all my paint. So it sucks. And I got a fire extinguisher. So we are being safe. But yeah. Pretty much it stinks like hell when you're doing this. Try not to light your diff on fire. I had a BMW race car. I had a Volkswagen. Oh, actually, I had a Subaru. I did the same method on all of them to replace all of the bushings and that suspension. In the Volkswagen, no, it was the BMW. Had a ton of bushings that we did. So we actually did some with aluminum. But this was the easiest way to get them off. without destroying anything. So, kind of like toasting a marshmallow. And then I'll just touch up this paint. It is what it is. If I'd have known I should have did this. I should have did this when I was getting the diff ready to paint it. But I didn't. I was trying to be cheap. Cheap always makes you do things twice. So once you get them on fire, they'll start to puff up. And then, let me put this down here. I just grab a flathead screwdriver. Yeah, guys, whatever sickness is going around is absolutely terrible. You just kind of push the rubber off of it. Try not to light anything on fire. I also have a Kevlar blanket. I don't know, fiberglass, whatever. I have a blanket. If I have to, I'll throw it down on this. Yep. Just keep doing that. Don't light your garage on fire. That's all you gotta do. Eventually you'll be able to push this inner sleeve out eventually. Takes a couple little puffs with that thing. And then that sleeve will push out, and then you can really just push the bushing out after that point. So I'll keep updating you guys as I go through. Finishing up burning these out. I got this one. Ooh, gosh. That one's pretty well cleaned up. I'm going to run the wire wheel through it a bunch. I'll get everything buffed up in it. That one should be good. And that one right there, that one's just finishing up. You can see my pile of burnt old rubber. It's a little smoky in here. Not too bad. So also, we're watching hammer. Here, you can't see. Watching hammers. It looks like Campbell just dropped out. Shannon Campbell. And that sucks. I was pulling for him this year. I wanted to see him become the first four-time king now. But that's not going to happen. Transmission issues, so he'll have next year, hopefully. So now we're going to root for Wolf. He's back out and moving. Not sure what his issue was, something with the oil. But, normally we would probably pull for Eric Miller, but he's not even running this year. And had a lot of issues with every race he did try to do. So, all done burning these out. And I wire wheeled them real nice. So the bushings will press in there. Same on that side. I'm going to vacuum this up. Wire wheel it, hit it with a little brake clean real quick, and then just make it all nice and look good again on top there. And then I'll touch the diff cover up. I'm not that worried. It's going to get bashed on some rocks. Got these bushings all squared away. What I did was I took the old pins. I didn't realize, I did. I knew it was a potential for a difference. There's two different front bolt options on these Dana 30s. So the JKs run a bigger bolt. So the bushings I bought were for the smaller bolt. So I just took the factory one. I didn't even need to. I measured these. I was getting ready to cut them. And I was like, you know what? They look like the smaller bolt. And they were. So those are ready to go. So I got to get my vacuum, clean this up a little bit. I'll spray it off, and then we'll paint it up real quick, and should be all good to go. I got the bushings in, and it's back under here. So they're all pressed in and ready to go. It's back under here. So we'll start getting these links connected, hung, and then I'll run it up and down, check the range of motion, make sure that's all good. Sorry, I'm filming on a different camera, and I'm not liking this thing. Make sure the range of motion's all good with it, and then start putting springs in. Hammers update. Campbell's out. Transmission issues. Wolf running pretty good right now. I think he's in third or fourth on one course right now. So he's cooking. Seems to be doing pretty good. And then Josh Byler and I guess Rusty Byler are still in it. I mean, I'm going to be rooting for them and Wolf at this point. So we'll see how they do. But I think both the Bylers are in the top 20. So that's doing pretty cool. So we'll just keep watching, see how it turns out for them. So it's back in, hanging. This side has more droop to it, I guess because the track bar mounts to the other side. I don't know. Nothing's binding. Everything moves through a full range of motion. So I don't know. I don't know why it does that. But I got the shock on this side. As you can see, I got to tighten that bolt up. I kind of have everything just loose for right now. Figured I'd tighten everything up once I get it up where you don't have to be on your knees. And then this one's just hanging. So I'll get the other shock here. I got to find some bolts, though, for this thing. This one was bent. So this is a new one I'm putting on now. So find a bolt to put in here. And then have at it. So that's where we're at so far. Ooh, race update. It seems like both the Campbells might be out now. Waylon's back in the pits too, and he's not moving. Let me think here. So Paul Wolf's like second place, third place. I guess he's sort of right behind Lauren at this point, or Lauren, he might have passed Lauren now. He's hauling through the desert. We were watching that. So, and then the Bylers, pretty far apart. It looks like Josh Byler might be ready to hit the desert again though soon. And you can see Paul's just hauling. So, getting ready, probably 50 miles or so out from the start line. So then he'll be ready to start that lap 3. And it's 3:45. So we'll see how long that lap 3 takes him. I mean, they're saying on here they don't think they're going to have a finisher till 6 their time. So that's like 9 o'clock at night tonight. So I'd make that like a 6-hour lap 3. It would be crazy. We'll see. Guys, I ordered 2 sets of ball joints, which is fine. I can return the other set. I don't know why I did that. I ordered a set of, I don't remember what brand they are. They were a little bit better brand, though. And then I ordered a set of Detroit Axle ones. I'm going to roll with the other ones, though, because I like the way the grease fittings look to be on them. I think they'll be a little easier to get in and service. So, but I don't know why I ordered 2. Not really sure on that. So I'm going to get these guys unpacked here. Actually, you know what? I may... Just looking here, trying to unpack what I got. Oh no, they got to, for whatever reason, they didn't install the one grease fitting, so they are all greasable. I think I'm going to roll with these. Yeah. Getting so many parts in here for stuff, I'm not even paying attention to what I'm getting, I guess. But yeah, so I got a bunch of stuff sitting over here I was going through. So I got the axle up in the car. The next thing really is to press these ball joints in. So I'm going to get on that and then hang the sway bar and get the sway bar hanging here. Start putting some of this stuff back together. It's coming along. Calling it quits for today in this video. Try to get down here a little bit tomorrow. It's going to be the Super Bowl, obviously. So, started getting the knuckle on. I got the ball joints pressed in on this side, knuckles on. Put the wrong backing plate on, so the rotor hits. So that's why I said I was just going to call quits at this point, because when I start making stupid mistakes, then it's time to just stop. So, get that flipped around. Then you can see here. There. You get the correct one on there. That'll fix it. Be nice then. Big old beefy vented brakes going on this thing. Get that on, get the caliper hung then. be really nice, but for right now, it just kind of is what it is. I got to figure out how all this cables and stuff mounted. I don't really remember. As well as I wanted to get the sway bar stuff on, but I haven't gotten that far yet. So I don't know. That's where we're at for tonight. It's looking like a Jeep again, right? It's starting to get there. As far as hammers, I turned it off now. It's kind of a mess. They're on their third lap. Byler still in it, and Wolf. So I'm pulling for one of those two at this point. I'd like to see either one of them. Wolf's due for a scepter or a crown, whatever they're giving out this year. So that's kind of where we're at. Going up to the house, gonna watch it from up there and relax.